Hello, I am your psychological mentor, Park. I have a question for you. Is it easy or difficult to get into Seoul National University? Is it easy or difficult to make money? What did you answer? You probably said it's difficult. I am. During the orientation for boarding school students over the past 16 years, almost, as if they had rehearsed before I arrived, they all say it's difficult in unison. Is this notion of difficulty something they created themselves from a young age, or did they adopt the thoughts of people around them who found getting into Seoul National University and making money very difficult? Of course, they adopted it. Everyone. A suggestion is a thought transferred from one person to another. Therefore, we, humans, inevitably receive countless suggestions from others from the moment we are born. However, while some people can filter out the incorrect suggestions, most cannot, and they end up living just as they received them from the adults and people around them. So, I will talk a bit about these suggestions. From whom do we humans receive suggestions as soon as we are born? It's the parents. The kind of mom and dad you have can greatly influence your entire life. This is true, even in terms of suggestions, not just appearance or other factors. In fact, it might have an even more severe impact. A German psychotherapist conducted a study and found that between the ages of 3 and 6, parents told their children that they would not be able to do something. Hey, you can't do it. It's impossible for you. You won't succeed anyway. How many times do they give such negative suggestions from ages 3 to 6? They calculated the daily average. The ages from 3 to 6 are extremely important, because during this time, children naturally see their mom and dad as greater than any god. So, the words spoken by parents are imprinted directly into the subconscious, without going through any rational judgment process, into 90% of the unconscious mind. They just accept it helplessly. But in such a case, you can't do it, you can't do it. It's impossible. These kinds of statements should never be made. They shouldn't do it. But how many times do parents say it in a day? They say it often. It's terrifying, isn't it? But did those parents who left such negative suggestions as if they were unqualified to be parents do it knowingly? Surely they did it unknowingly, right? Of course they did it unknowingly. They weren't saying it consciously. They were unconsciously expressing those negative suggestions. The reason they couldn't help it is that they received a lot of the same kind of negative suggestions from their own parents. I don't know if it's still common these days, but I think I heard it when I was young too, like, hey, do you know how hard it is to earn money? Try digging all day. Do you think you'll find even a 10-1 coin? Those of you who are older than me will relate more to these harmful suggestions. But it's not like parents wanted to give these negative suggestions. They were just regurgitating what they had received from the generation above them. At one point, why wouldn't I have received some negative suggestions from my parents? I received quite a lot. But as I studied psychology, I began to understand that it was inevitable, and gradually my understanding broadened and my resentment faded. How can we overcome the unconscious habit, all of leaving negative suggestions without realizing it? So people are unaware of this. They lack knowledge on how to effectively remove negative suggestions that have entered their subconscious. Also, they cannot explain the method of completely instilling and embedding the truth in their subconscious. They lack knowledge. Therefore, if a person does not have a solid understanding of the subconscious, there is a possibility that they could end up in a hostile relationship, even with their own children. So, even now, when relationships with their children become strained or deteriorate, it is largely due to the parents' ignorance. Today, although it may vary case by case, the fault of the parents is likely to be somewhat greater. But where are people who are unaware of these issues, such as psychological problems and a lack of knowledge about the subconscious, going even now? They are probably going to fortune tellers, saying that our fates are incompatible, and things like that. It's truly frustrating and unfortunate, but I hope you understand that your life can completely change based on the suggestions that enter your ignorance. Therefore, try to keep your distance from people around you who give negative suggestions. Unless they are your family or close relatives, it's best to cut off contact with people who give negative suggestions for 2 years. I used to always do that, and even now, I can say that there are almost no people around me who give negative suggestions. Since I spend all day counseling and educating people, it's even more so, but I am someone who works to eliminate negative suggestions. So there are neither people around me who can give me negative suggestions, nor do I seem to be with people who can. It seems that humans are inevitably greatly influenced by their environment. I recommend breaking away from those around you who give negative suggestions. You need to overcome such things to truly interact with people who are more sophisticated and have a more positive mindset, and your life will become more wonderful. Let's wrap it up for today. I will return next time with more great videos. Please subscribe and be sure to hit the like button, and also set up notifications so that good things will happen to you. So, always stay strong. See you next time.